So planting trees, I'm more of a vegetable guy, but I do know a little bit about planting trees. The first thing about planting trees is that you want to be sure of the site that you're putting it, because you're only going to plant it once. So we have some fruit trees already on the property here at West Coast Seeds. So we're going to put in a pear tree today, and Galen and Uma, it's their job to dig up the lawn space. Good luck. Digging through sod is a complete nuisance. It's one of the reasons to not have grass in the first place. But it's a really thick layer. It's got to come out, probably get composted. Fruit trees are readily available at most nurseries. We got this from Arts Nursery in Langley. They have a really good selection of fruit trees. Today we're planting a Highland pear as well as a Rainier cherry. We felt that planting trees would be a good thing to do in honor of Earth Day. And what better kind of tree to plant than one that's going to give back to you in a big way. So we've got some fruit that the staff will be able to enjoy at least next year, if not this spring. Fruit trees don't need a lot of nutrients when you transplant them, but you want to start with a hole that's about twice the diameter of the pot that they came in. So it's a fair amount of digging, and you'll obviously have to dig down as deep as the pot itself so that the soil is flush with the ground. So this is about right. It's about twice as wide around in diameter and as deep as the pot itself. So we're ready to transplant the tree. Some people like to use a little bit of bone meal around the root ball just to help the root development in the early stages after transplanting. But with fruit trees, it's not really necessary. It's almost better if they naturalize. Make sure that the trunk is straight, vertical, upright, and then begin the task of filling in around it. Just use the soil that you dug out. And we're gonna bury it so that there's a slightly raised collar around the tree just to capture some extra rain, because it's really important that the roots stay moist as the tree grows in. So it's important to go around the tree with your boot and give it a good firming in. This will just help the root ball establish. It'll knock out some air pockets. And if you want to top dress around the excavation site with some fresh manure or mulch of some kind, it certainly wouldn't hurt. We're just filling in around the transplanted fruit tree with a bit of fresh topsoil that's got some manure and some other good nutrients in it. Build a collar to keep a little bit of the rain in and give the plant a little head start. Want to make sure that the base of the trunk of the sapling is exposed, so the soil ball is at the same level as the soil it's going to be growing in. So that's the pear tree, and now we're siting the cherry tree. In the case of the cherry tree we're just planting now, it's going to live in its pot for the summer. This is April. We'll transplant it out of the pot into the same hole probably in October. That's because it's a first year cutting, so it hasn't had long enough time to develop a good strong root ball. It will have by the end of the summer, and then we'll do the transplant in the fall.